Yeah. Somebody criticized the Bob Marley behind me. It's not a professional work environment. I should go back to my dorm room. That's what this is. I'm a pothead trying to recapture 1999. Who am I kidding? I graduated college in 94? Was it? God damn. I'm an old fuck. Dude, I'm a pothead trapped in an industry. I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be here, people. Instead, what I did, I went to college for television and radio production. I wrote commercials. I learned how to write copy and work cameras. And I went to stand-up comedy. And then some guy at the when I was 18, 19. No, I'm sorry. This was about when I was first. I went to work for. I was working a little bit at Saturday Night Live, answering the phones, and I got thrown out because I kept trying to show them the scripts that I still have, which one day I will make, and I will be on Saturday Night Live. That's my goal. But there I was doing some stand-up comedy, and this guy approached me at the end of the show. Hey, you're a funny guy. I'm thinking this guy's an agent. No, he turned out to be some douchebag stockbroker. You're a funny guy. Why don't you use your sense of humor? Come over and sell stocks. And there I was as Joe DeSimone selling Blue Goo Industries. Mr. Jones, listen, this company's awesome. Have you seen those glow-in-the-dark license plates that you put around the license and makes your Guido mobile that much more Guido? Fist pump and everything. You gotta buy the stock. Pick up 10,000 shares. That's what I did for 3 or 4 years. And actually, was it 3 or 4 years? Just about. And then I finally started learning what was going on behind the scenes as the firm would change name and we would change locales and they would do IPOs and we couldn't sell the IPO unless you had somebody else buying the IPO from you. You've seen the movie. I shouldn't even be here. So then I'm at a Pearl Jam concert. My friend says, hey, he says, what are you doing? I started talking about how I just finally left this industry. I'm done with it. I finally learned all the criminality behind it all. He's like, well, that's funny. I'm opening up a trading firm so you could work for yourself. I'm like, what's that all about? Next thing you know, SOS, SelectNet, internet boom, money pouring in left and right. Then my accountant said, do you really want to pay this much in taxes? There's got to be a loophole. Loophole? No, there was no loopholes. Never a loophole. And since that day, which I never should have paid taxes, ever, because now, I mean, what are they trying to do? They're trying to make these new tax laws. So anyway, yeah, the story is I shouldn't even be here. Okay? Okay? I should be somewhere in some other job. I should be living in California. I wasn't even going to get married. I was ready to hit the road and go to California, move out there with my friends, and become a degenerate stand-up comic. But I figured I wanted to take the high road. I wanted to be a guy wearing a suit when that wasn't me. So I figured, hey, and then this trading thing came along. You don't have to wear a suit. You get to do what you think you know and make money. But this is an impossible market. Why? Why is it an impossible market? Can you hear the song behind me? Every day is the same exact day. If we're going up, there's no trend reversals. There's nothing. You got to buy stocks. And you got to hang on to stocks till the end of the day, okay? And you got to stay long. If you're so inclined to own a mutual fund, you're doing fine. But me personally, I would be buying the Qs and the diamonds and the SPYs. At least you don't have to pay managers to try to beat those 3 stocks. Where there, you can just trade in and out of them whenever you want. But every time you sell, you know the market's going to go higher. So you should never sell until December of 2012. Dow 20,000. Oil 200, and gold 2,000, melt your shit down. I'm going to have a gold-plated sword when the end of the world comes. I was trying to explain that to my son yesterday. He said somehow he knew something about the 2012 thing. My kid's a smart guy. I said, listen, I'm going to teach you how to battle, and if it comes to it, it'll be me and you against the world protecting Mom and Caitlin. We're going to started getting some mad battle gear going on. I showed him my mace. I never showed him the real weaponry. I mean, he knows there's always been weapons in the house, like shotguns and stuff. But he never knew how his dad wants to go into battle. I want to lead a fucking charge of steeds across the goddamn plains. And I'm serious about that shit. I don't want to start the revolution. Because the guy that starts the revolution, he's always the one that gets captured. I will lead the revolution. Once the revolution gets started, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. War fucking paint. Sword by my side. Maybe somehow we'll Maybe we'll have laser guns too. Imagine that. I'll have the one laser gun left. Don't fuck with Crow, man. He's got that laser. I don't know where he's getting the battery powers from this and Armageddon and all that. But seriously, man. So the Bob Marley behind me, what that represents is this is the man. He was. If you guys out there, you Christian crazies out there that are waiting for the reincarnation of Christ, there he was. You missed it. You missed it, and the government killed him too. Okay? Oh, you thought he died of cancer, right? CIA killed Bob Marley. Come on now. Where's my conspiracy theorists? Come on. So right now, we're knee-deep in a position, we're knee-deep in the same situation. I don't want to get into the market now. I've run so much. Guys, man, don't be like me. Don't be like me. I'm sitting out. I don't give a shit. I sold some puts. If you don't know what selling puts is all about, basically, I sell puts on stocks where I think I would like to buy those puts. Selling a put basically means that I'm betting against the guy that thinks the stock's going to go down. So if you think the Qs and the SPYs and the diamonds are going to crash, you go out and buy puts. You sell them to me. So when the market doesn't go down, they all expire worthless, and I keep your money. That's what happens. What about it with the day when Rodan attacks and the buildings start falling and all hell breaks loose? What happens then? Then you're going to get stuck. You're going to get killed. Fuck that. All right? Because that's not happening. I've spent 8 years wondering what if. I just missed the greatest bull market we're probably ever going to see. Ever. Just happened. Brave enough to know America wasn't just going to just close up the doors. Brave enough to think that Obama Shamalama Ding Dang and his cronies would figure out something, even if it was bullshit, even if it was a Band-Aid, even if it is going to hurt us sometime down the road, even though my kids might not be able to find a job or have any Social Security or Medicare or any of that stuff. Even now, it doesn't matter. And you knew something had to be done and the market would go up. And the reason the market goes up every day is because Dow 6500 was a figment of our imagination. It should never have got there. Yes, we should have went down because things were getting scary. So from 9,000 to 6,500 was all fear. So that first move up to 9,000 was just rebalancing, getting the fear out. Now we're only at, what, 10,500? So basically we only rallied 1,500 points. It's bullshit. You don't think we're going back to 15,000? You don't think we're going to Dow 20? You think I'm just sitting here just making this shit up? Go look at Japan. We're headed the same way, people. Listen, regardless of what I say, okay? If you want to be a day trader, you have to come to hitthebid.com. If you think that you're going to make something out of this, you still have to come to the website. I'm 2 for 2 today. 2 for 2. Paper trading. Paper trading. I'm the greatest paper trader in the fucking planet, man. As long as I'm not actually pressing the buttons, but I have my scanners running, I know what I like, and I can tell you what to do. It's up to you whether or not you have balls enough to go ahead and jump in. This guy right here. This guy. Would you trust me? Would you? Would you? What? I'm not smoking pot anymore. I haven't had a sip of alcohol since Vegas. You believe that? You believe it? Look at my face. Woo-hoo. The bags in my eyes are starting to recede. Feeling good about myself. What do you think? I've been in this business since I'm not supposed to curse anymore. So I'm trying to attract some more substantial clientele. Just have some interviews. Have some people come down and sit with us and talk, so I can interview them like this. So how do we trust you? Like I was shopping with my mom. And I'm buying a little gold bracelet for my daughter. And my mom's like, how do you know it's real gold? How do you know? How do you know it's real gold? You don't know. I'm like, it's a store, huh? I don't know. You have to have an element of trust in everything. Well, how do you know? You don't know what you're buying. What are you going to do? It says 14 karat, but you don't know. They could just engrave that shit on. Yes, they could have just engraved that shit on, Mom. But I have to suspend my disbelief that everyone's out to fuck me, even though they are. It's only $100 for a little bracelet, and you gotta just jump in, I guess. All right, just come hang out with us. Hit the bid. com. Some of the lovely ladies have been posting up. I've been finding some tapes of the old Suck My Nasdaq auditions when it was going to be porn and stock picks. And that's all it was going to be. Porn, sexy ladies talking subtly about stock picks and sexual innuendo, and some porn. A man's site. Right now it's taking on a life of its own because now we have members growing every day. All right then. All right, as my grandmother would say as she tries to get the phone. Anyway, all right.